Living in the Private University, Episode 1. The Beginning. Why I Chose This Path. Chapter 4. What You'll Learn in This University. When people first discover this university, one of the first questions they ask is, what exactly do you teach? The answer is simple. I teach people how to become better organized, better prepared, and better educated in managing their own affairs through documentation, administrative processes, and lifelong learning. This isn't about mastering a single topic. It's about building a foundation of knowledge that helps you navigate many different situations with greater confidence. Here are just some of the subjects we'll explore together. Status correction. We'll discuss historical context, documentation, administrative procedures, record organization, and educational perspectives related to status correction. The goal is to help you understand the process, not simply memorize steps. Trusts. We'll spend a great deal of time exploring trusts. From revocable and irrevocable trusts to ecclesiastical and private trust structures, we'll discuss their purposes, how they're organized, and the role they can play in planning and stewardship. Secured Party Creditor, SPC. We'll examine the history, terminology, documentation, and educational materials related to secured party creditor, emphasizing careful study and understanding rather than assumptions. Administrative process. One of the foundations of this university is learning how administrative correspondence, notices, affidavits, and record-keeping work. Organization and documentation often begin long before a courtroom is ever involved. Consumer matters. We'll discuss educational topics involving consumer-related disputes, correspondence, records, and understanding the processes involved. Document authentication. We'll explore document authentication procedures, apostilles, certifications, and record management to help you better understand official document processes. And that's only the beginning, because understanding your affairs often means understanding how different systems interact with one another. As we continue this journey together, you'll discover that living in the private is built like a library. Every lesson builds upon another. Every topic connects to the next. The more you learn, the more you begin to see how organization, documentation, and preparation work together. Let's continue exploring what you'll find here. Right to travel. One of the most requested subjects I receive is the topic of right to travel. Here we'll discuss the history, legal framework, administrative procedures, record keeping, and documentation that people often study when exploring this subject. We'll examine educational materials, statutes, court decisions, and administrative correspondence so that you can better understand the concepts for yourself. More importantly, we'll focus on preparation, because preparation should always come before action. Tax matters. Taxes are another subject that many people have questions about. Rather than relying on rumors or social media posts, we'll spend time reading source materials, discussing administrative correspondence, reviewing notices, and understanding the procedures people may encounter. Knowledge begins by reading. Understanding begins by studying. Debt collection. Many people don't know where to begin when they receive collection letters or court paperwork. We'll spend time discussing educational topics involving debt collection procedures, documentation, record keeping, correspondence, and litigation processes. Understanding the paperwork is often just as important as understanding the law. Foreclosure matters. We'll also examine foreclosure-related processes. Topics may include documentation, assignments, servicing records, correspondence, administrative notices, court procedures, and educational case studies. Understanding timelines, understanding documents, and understanding the process itself can make an enormous difference in how someone approaches their situation. Civil litigation. One of my passions is teaching litigation from an educational perspective. Many people hear the word litigation and immediately feel overwhelmed. But litigation is a process, like every other process. It can be studied, it can be understood, it can be organized. Throughout this university, we'll break down court procedures into understandable lessons. We'll discuss pleadings, motions, discovery, evidence, rules of procedure, court structure, jurisdiction, administrative remedies, and much more. Not to overwhelm you, but to help you become familiar with how these processes work. Appeals. Winning doesn't always happen at the trial level. Sometimes the next step is understanding the appellate process. We'll discuss appellate procedures, preserving issues, building a record, understanding standards of review, and why preparation before trial often affects what happens after trial. Every stage of a case teaches us something. Private documentation. Documentation is one of the cornerstones of this entire university. We'll spend time discussing affidavits, notices, declarations, administrative correspondence, evidence organization, record keeping, and developing systems that help you keep your affairs organized. The more organized your records become, the easier it becomes to understand your own situation. Court education. Many people have never been taught the structure of our court systems. We'll discuss educational topics such as Article 1, courts, Article 3, courts, jurisdiction standing, subject matter jurisdiction, civil procedure, administrative law, court hierarchy. Understanding how different courts function can provide valuable context when studying legal processes. This is only the beginning. Everything I just mentioned could easily become years of educational content, and that's exactly what I intend to build. I don't want this to become another university where people watch one exciting video and leave. I want this to become a library, a place people return to again and again whenever they want to continue learning, because education is a lifelong journey, and this university is designed to grow with you. Now that you have a better understanding of what we'll study together, you may be wondering, why should I listen to you? That's a fair question. So, in the next chapter, I want to share more about my own journey, not to place myself above anyone, but so you understand the experiences that shape this mission and why I remain so passionate about helping others become better educated, better organized, and better prepared. I'll see you in episode 5. Until next time, stay prepared, stay organized, keep learning, and continue living in the private. Shalom.